the love and jump the cake. Hey guys, what's up? DJ, and I'm here with Pickles, his name,
Hello there, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed your week or your half week since we were together last.
yeah, yeah, uh,
Hopefully, the weather's cooperated and anything you guys wanted to do, you were able to do.
yeah, and let me look up for, hmm,
So,
um,
yeah, DJ put me through actually watching a show called Haunted Hathaways this week.
yeah, hold on one second.
I don't know exactly why he wanted to torment me. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know how I hurt him, but he decided he wanted to hurt me back for some reason.
Okay, can I explore? This is the show that aired during Nickelodeon's small live action phase to the 2010, and let me just say, this is one of the lustful evils that Nickelodeon had. You just again didn't say House of Anubis.
Or Game Changers or something.
Yeah, because
But no, that's not an invitation to have me watch Game Changers.
no, I I didn't say this, but I am. I have not willingly watched Game Changers at all, so I would not make you do that.
Or the Thundermans or whatever else
I
in
mean,
the extended Nickelodeon universe, the Nickiverse. But no, I'm not watching any of that stuff.
I mean, would you allow me have you talk about Nickelodeon's superhero?
You're talking about Henry Danger?
No. Do you remember Pig Boy?
No.
Okay. In the old 2000s, they didn't like commercials and bubbles. They had this costume simulated Pit Boy that
I will
was
say the only Nickelodeon superhero that I truly recall is Inside Out Boy.
hmm, I don't recall that one.
You see, Inside Out Boy. Wait. Inside Out Boy was a kid who went over the bar on a swing set and turned himself inside out. And from that day forward, he was Inside Out Boy.
Okay. The Pit Boy just sum it up with Lundy Train, like the halls of Nicola Lucius, grab a tape from the next cartoon and take it to wherever they, play it. So it's definitely a hero that is unique. He didn't really save the day, but yeah,
Well, I'd say most of those Nick specific characters don't really save the day too much anyway.
yeah, no, I got you.
All right. So, how much difficulty did you have with your theory?
Um, Not much, and that was much, but I need to pull up my notes.
Gotcha.
So let me do this one and inventory. Plus,
I will say for me,
yeah,
a lot of what it came to with this whole, because your theory for me was, how did the Perkins, what's his name? Perkins, begins with a P. I have it right here.
yeah,
Let me get off of this so I can actually see. The Prestons. Yes, how did the Prestons die?
yeah,
All right, so right here, straight out of the bar, I did try. First, I watched the show,
yeah.
just a pilot episode to get a good like feel about how things were, how some of these rules went.
Okay,
Because it seemed like, oh, it's just a traditional, it's ghost stuff. They're dead and they're haunting this place.
yeah.
I will ask you, how much of this show did you actually watch?
Um, Episodes here and there, I wasn't like I had to watch every episode, you know.
Hmm. Well, one thing that I discovered is that the way ghosts work in the Haunted Hathaways series
Yeah,
is far different than just traditional, oh, this is ghost stuff.
okay,
Because of the different rules, the different levels of ghosts, but more than that, just the existence of Ghost World in and of itself.
yeah.
I came mostly to the conclusion that the Hathaways aren't dead.
You mean the person? Yeah,
In my All right, so going off of everything that happens, the way Ghost World is run and the
yeah,
rules surrounding everything, it seems more likely that ghosts in this universe, because yeah, straight off the bat, they have real working quote unquote exorcists, but it's all about being banished from the house because these ghosts are assigned households in the Hathaway's universe. And the specific council can like assign and move people around. Ghost World exists. Even more than Ghost World exists, there's actual schools, a police force.
yeah,
People grow up because even the father here states about how he is raising his children. I really have to put it out here at the start. The ghosts in the Hathaways series are far more like the ghosts in Danny Phantom, where ghosts aren't actually dead people most of the time, or fairies in the Fairly Odd Parents.
Robert.
where this seems more like its own separate universe which intersects with the human world. Because, yes, they call them mortals, but death never seems to have an actual effect on ghosts in that. It's not like people die and they worry about them becoming ghosts in going to Ghost World. Ghost
Okay.
World's just a place that people can go to for like more of an instance.
Mm-hmm. I follow.
Oh, thank you.
And
Let's clear that board.
you know my okay, I never go for a day, but
So
you
Ghost World's an actual place in that world, and it interacts far more often with the mortal world. So much to the point where there are ghost supervillains which can interact and connect to like there's ghost supervillains that the Thundermans fight, and they're never treated as like dead people in that.
yeah, okay,
They don't seem to eat human food, but we do see them interact with that type of stuff. And we see many instances of just they change clothes, as in like having regular clothes that they can pick up, buy, purchase. They interact with humans to the point where humans are just seen as like weird, but not seen as something that you become. It's like humans are a separate species.
mm. Okay, yeah, I
Yes.
didn't,
Yeah, humans are treated as a separate species. They're never treated as just what turns into ghosts. Like when one of the humans in the household ends
mm-hmm.
up being trapped in Ghost World, the worry is not that she's going to die. It's just that she's going to be trapped in Ghost World. Because you cover human ectoplasm, which is its own separate thing, and they can just pass through into the Ghost World.
Okay,
All right, let me bring something else up now. Wait,
alright.
why'd you power me up?
I don't know.
Okay, you just want. Here you go.
I picked on that to fight your words, so
Gotcha. Okay, so this is part of the overall. You know how Disney Channel has their connected universe. Um,
yeah.
Nickelodeon is something which connects it far more. Because if you really want to go in, everything goes all the way back to um you could say iCarly was the start of the Nickiverse, like the Nickelodeon universe, where characters cross over and there's sort of like a set stable timeline that you can connect.
Yeah, no, I got it. Makes sense.
And so this also exists in that place. So like yeah, ghosts are just its own separate dimension with its own rules and laws. The way hauntings work even are that like if a ghost is in an area, then anyone living can see the ghost from the area, but only that living person.
I've got,
But there's still never any connection to actual death. Now, much of that is due to Disney, I mean, like Nickelodeon having this as a kid show
yeah.
and not trying to write things about or around death. But the simple fact that they very first episode, the middle, like the older of the children of the Prestons, even mentions having a kid his age.
Yeah.
For that to make sense, he has to have an age. The fact that they have school means that they have ages and that they do grow. First episode, as the father, talk about raising his children. if they're dead, he's not raising them. They'll just always be that age.
Yeah.
So all signs and all this point to that they are not dead.
Okay.
Where are we going?
I mean, that makes sense.
Yes, I mean, like there are prisons, there's police force, there's shops, there's schools. None of these make sense. There's ruling council, ruling bodies, but they don't seem to rule over the living. They don't seem to have rules around that. It is just they uphold the laws of if you're a ghost, you're supposed to haunt and scare people. If this was the actual afterlife and not its own separate dimension, then I doubt every single of their rules would be focused around like messing with people.
Okay.
Because the livings are treated as just like a separate species altogether.
Mm. Uh. Hmm.
Now, do you have any specific questions you would like to ask about where I've come so far with this?
Um. None. None that I could really speak of at the moment because, well, okay, I do got one. It's more of a logical standpoint. Okay, given that this will exist, there had to be at least one, if not two, ghosts that died in the moment to even make that a change. So,
That would only necessitate, that would only be necessary if ghosts are humans, if they're people. I'm positing the idea that they are not and never were people.
okay,
Yeah, that's my whole thing. It is that ghosts were never people.
yeah, so,
That they were never human. They were born as ghosts, they live as ghosts, they grow as ghosts.
okay, makes sense. Well, yeah, I got nothing else on
Because
that.
otherwise, like, why would there be school? You're
Uh,
dead.
yeah, okay, now, this is less a question about your, about the guest part of the show, but going more into the Nick Falls. Wouldn't you say that it all began with Drake and Josh? Because,
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say that.
yeah, because you said I called it before, but
Okay. All right. You could say this Rick and Josh thing. Um, I'd say, yeah, there might be one or two characters in that. It's more with Drake and Josh.
yeah,
A lot of the characters that are in the later shows, it's more that their actors show up. With
yeah,
iCarly, it is specific characters that show up.
okay,
Because the person playing iCarly was in Drake and Josh, but she's not the same character.
no, but my, but also,
And Drake and Josh didn't have any crossover episodes from what I recall.
none that I remember.
Yeah, iCarly was the start of every single one of these Nick shows crosses over with the other shows.
Yeah, but my main point with this, and it might just be me trying to see home, is that in an episode of iCarly, they did have like a job playing as a show. So my thought is more, wouldn't it make sense that it all begins with like a job? But that's just my thought process on what it could be.
You could say that, but if Drake and Josh are a television program in the iCarly universe, and the iCarly universe is the other universes, then that would make Drake and Josh fictional characters in the Nickiverse.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Or just the Nickverse, which is easier to say.
Yeah, and then the Nick Wolf, yeah. No, I got it because my whole thing is, and I think we both could agree, it started with I probably stress doing drugs because if you look at any of Nickelodeon's original live action shows, there's clearly no crossover in between any of them. I mean, the only show that crossover, it technically it's with self, is not disclassified not disclassified because they had a kind of movie with the same main character in that show. So that's all I'm saying is that we both agree it's not any older than all that kid and hell. Yeah. Alright. That's
Yeah, I know. I definitely get you about that.
yeah, that's my diatribe. Do you want me to move on to my theory?
Sure, I'd say it's all right to get going.
Okay. What if Link Mama and Link swap village? Then what would take from man good into some unexpected chapters for both heroes, and here's how it would play out. Okay, so start off with Mario. It would be Mario versus Gan Ganondorf, however one say his name, whatever. But the biggest problem with this is getting it far more powerful and cynical than Bowser.
I will ask you this for a second. Why didn't you do the 3 damage to all enemies? You'd have taken out 2 of my guys.
I don't know. I I didn't but so getting it is a natural social role. It's sometimes a ritual godlike energy. Now, the Muslim kingdom wouldn't be ready. Getting dark magic would corrupt everything, turning the one colorful world into a twisted, nightmarish realm. Okay, Peach would be in serious danger, unlike with Bowser, who just wants to know getting was useful as a sacrifice or a vessel for power. Okay, Mario would need more than just powers. Without the without the massive soul of the Hylian region, he had to rely on Cappy the Solomon creative platform to defeat Ganon. Maybe religion Yoshi would take on Sage's role, helping him unlock ancient power. But it broke these down into 2 separate mini series. So,
Okay, well, I'm assuming like 1 for Link and 1 for Mario.
yeah. So, the Silver Bullet Hill would be the Muslim Kingdom inherit chaotic and like culture with different environments.
Oh, DJ, I will say, maybe turn down your lighting a little bit.
Okay, right.
You're kind of glowing.
Okay, give me a sec and I will do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got out here, I just finished dinner, so I didn't have time to make my adjustments that
Gotcha.
I need to. Okay. Wait like 40 seconds and tell me if that's good.
Gotcha. I had to
Okay.
take quick glances because I'm not trying to take a look at your cards.
Yeah, no, I got you. But the most risky children ever.
Wait. All right, there. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah, perfect.
good. Okay, the most risky children inherit chaos energy like constant environment that that like a boulder for second giant mushrooms and physics-defining elements make it more difficult for good to fully control Mama would weaponize the kingdom's unpredictability against him.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Uh, Now, before I move on to the voted back browser, is there any input you have on Marvel vs. Gaming?
All right. Well, the input I will mainly put out here is I vastly believe that you are underestimating Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom's ability to fight off Ganon.
Did you not hear my silver bullet?
Okay, not that part. I heard the part where you're talking about how there it would be darkness covering and you discussing their difficulty in dealing with it. Could you repeat your silver bullet then?
Okay. The Muslim kingdom, the
Could you
Muslim
Was it
kingdom,
you mentioning the chaotic nature of the Mushroom Kingdom?
yeah, the, the,
Okay, yeah, go into that a little bit more.
okay, the constantly shifting environment, giant mushrooms, and the physics defiant elements might make it difficult for beginning to fully control. So basically, basically what I'm saying here is that due to the nature of the Muslim kingdom and its constantly shifting and changing the environment, then it wouldn't have full control over what happens in it. I also believe that Mara would weaponize the environment and use it against gaining disability.
Mm, I could see that, but I also just see Mario in general having just far higher physical sense. Like in a flat out fist fight, Mario is gonna whoop Ganon's butt.
Okay,
That's how I feel with that.
alright. But, I mean, you also said where I'm coming from with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on to inverted Bowser. Now, the biggest problem with inverted Bowser is Bowser may not be as smart or as mystical as Ken, but he's physically stronger, double, and we loved him. Oh, we, yeah, let's go with loved it. Now, Hyrule, Hyrule would become Bowser's cultural playground. Um, uh, he turned Death Mountain into his own lava fortress and filled Hyrule filled with Cooper Troop battalion. Zelda wouldn't be in immediate danger. Bowser doesn't use dark
Oops.
magic to possess or destroy. He just wants to kidnap her and take over Hyrule.
No,
Now,
wait. You said Bowser just wants to kidnap Zelda and take over Hyrule.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
No, no, keep going.
We,
Sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. We have to rely more on strategy. Unlike Ganon, Bowser is beautiful without divine weapons, but Link will need to fight creatively, possibly using spell, gorilla tactics, or even inventor, or mm, or even aligning with Bowser's minions like Goombas or Shy Guys. Any comment on this one, Crackle?
Uh okay. So you're mentioning the minions.
Yeah, I mentioned it on how if we would want to defeat Bowser, he would need to team up with the minions.
I will disagree. All right, here's the thing. For the most part, when it comes to Bowser's minions love him. So there's never going to be any instance when you can convince any of Bowser's minions to ever turn on him. He is more than their leader. He's Big Daddy to all of his minions, and they love him.
Okay.
This isn't Ganon, who's like an evil overlord. The people follow Bowser because they just like him.
Makes sense. Now, my simple bullet here is Bowser underestimates magic and
Well, I'll say Bowser doesn't underestimate magic. Bowser's a magician himself.
but he is, while he is strong, he's weak to magical artifacts and intelligence-based tactics. Link use Link's use of enchanted weapons bombs and strategy would help him overcome Bowser's brute force.
Okay. So with Link, he definitely would need to use strategy because he's going to be outgunned and in like many ways because of how strong Bowser is. I see a worry about uh Bowser in general and the possibility of him trying to steal the Master Sword or any of Link's stuff.
Okay. Now, my final verdict on this is Noah's biggest challenge would be finding a way to harm adult social without access to the Zelda's divine tool, which I think makes sense. But Link's biggest challenge would be dealing with an enemy that can't be scared away, just punch Pavel until he gives up.
Possible, but there are ways in like the Mushroom Kingdom, like sealing spells and artifacts. They just work a little different.
Okay.
Like there's the wands, there's quite a few different types of sealing spells in the Mario RPGs. He could possibly seal him in the like in the anything in the paper universe.
Yeah, I got you.
It really all depends. There's lots of different weird ways to get stuff going with that.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so let me ask you this. Did, what did you think about this week's Nintendo announcement?
Okay, this week's Nintendo Direct. Let's say
Yeah.
I am not happy.
I think you would be. Why?
I am not happy for several reasons.
Okay.
So they announced what the price was going to be for the Nintendo Switch 2.
$500. Yeah.
Yeah, $500 for the bundle, including Mario Kart World.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing about that though.
Yeah.
They've just revoked the pre-orders. So it was up and available for pre-order. It now is not.
Why? Did
Well,
we?
the rumor going about is that the price is going to be changing in the US because of the tariffs that have just been announced.
Okay.
Which, because of the 30 something tariff increase, could see the price for the Switch 2 going up by a minimum extra $100.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
So it might be a $600 system now.
okay. Got ya.
So yeah, I am not quite happy. I'm not happy about Mario Kart World being an $80 digital release, a $90 physical cart.
Right. Seriously?
Oh, you
What?
didn't hear that? Yes.
No, I
If you want
didn't.
to buy it physically, Mario Kart World will be $90.
That's the thing. Expensive. Like, uh, well, I don't know if you can, but what's the difference? The justification behind that price? I mean, they can't just be saying, oh, because it's Mario and a physical release is 90 bucks. No, why did I just need a well?
Now, companies have been trying to increase the gaming price for a bit, and this could be just their push towards things.
Okay, so with that being the case, do you think they're trying to push away from physical media entirely, or
Oh, definitely, of course.
okay? Because I mean, that's the only logical reasoning I can think of that would make sense is that they'll push it away from physical media.
But that would not explain the $80 digital release, though. If they're
No,
really trying to convince people to go digital primarily, and especially Nintendo doing that, no. The
yeah,
Nintendo fans are fans of physical objects. They're the fans who most likely buy collector's editions of things. If they wanted digital to be like the deal, then they wouldn't charge $80 for a digital copy.
Yeah, I gotta make sense.
So one idea that I did have was that it is possible the $90, $80 price will be including any upcoming DLC. So that you automatically get access to the DLC when you purchase it. Like basically season pass. It's including season pass costs.
Okay.
Because Mario Kart always has a bunch of season passes and a bunch of like extra carts that they release that you pay for down the line. If it is $80/$90 and you don't need to pay anymore, then sure, okay, I could see that being a thing. But if you still have to pay, then that's nonsense.
Yeah, because I think both of us can agree that, you know, a game be it $89 and you still have to pay for DLC with on average with what $10-$20 per DLC pack is insane.
Yeah, utter nonsense.
Yeah.
But if it's 90 and for the life of the game you never have to pay for anything else, I could sort of see that.
Yeah, no, like I agree with that kind of go with it, but you know, if it's $89 and you still having to throw out money for DLC, like, yeah, no, you'll be ripped off there, really. I mean, I'm not a big...
Before we get any further on that, my biggest, like, not my biggest, the first time that I got a little bit worried for the Nintendo Direct was when they announced that whole, hey, here's a little game that is a tour of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Is the game that is like walkthrough of the controls of the system.
Yeah.
That's $20.
Yeah, no, I mean, a game like that, if you
that should be free. It's a tech demo.
Yeah, no, like I was gonna say, even if you could call that a game, like, no, that's a tutorial on your new console. Like, no, that doesn't make sense at all. So, yeah.
Even cheap, even $20, it's too much for something like that.
Yeah.
It's basically the Astrobot Playroom for PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Which was free, which is what that should be.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right. I hate that there's so much badness surrounding this because they showed some interesting games. Duskbloods. We're getting more Bloodborne, which is something I thought was like I thought Duskbloods might just be a dead franchise now. But no.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, but if the fact that we could agree on, they're trying to take the best parts of the previous three, if not four consoles, and put it all together as one. I mean, like, the whole GameCube functionality is something that I'm kind of into because I had a GameCube for many years as a kid, so that's a console that I was really into growing up. So, but yeah, no, it was the whole, putting it together is a not new what that was wanted to happen. Now, the only valid point I saw with this Nintendo Direct and the whole, you know, visuals that they took off is that they finally gave users a party chat.
When I saw that, the first thing that popped in my head was, oh, they put a Discord app on the system.
Yeah. No, like, I
I
mean,
didn't realize it was supposed to be its own thing.
yeah, it was. It, it was,
I hate you.
yeah, okay, just, no, hmm, there you go. Hmm. But yeah, it's a whole, okay, politics would be, is what it is. But
I mean, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks amazing.
yeah,
Oh, and hello, bud. I don't know how long you've been there, but sorry I didn't say hi yet.
yeah.
How many of these light bombs do you have?
In this deck, I did not know. Uh, so,
Here, try it again.
uh, let's see.
See how well that one goes for you.
Let's see what you got. But yeah, no, the body chat stuff, okay, I just don't think it's the best use of what they could have done. But hey, that's just my opinion.
I have no cards in my hand. You fool!
Mm-hmm. And you don't have any multiple with top, so uh,
Oh, don't I?
okay, did not see that coming. Huh. What is this? Yeah, let's see that. And uh, okay, let me. Okay, there we go.
Welcome, my friend, to your end.
Yeah, I'm probably done. Yeah. Okay. You got me there. But,
Yep, I managed to hold you up long enough to get the fourth horse out.
man, I hate that. You want to call it or what?
I'd say that's all right.
Okay. Guys, say for watching. Join us on Tuesday when we talk about karaoke. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Later, taters. All right, you have a good night, DJ. I'm going to get to sleep because I am severely lacking in sleep.
Yeah, go.